Alright, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Mr. Ade are your best predict, the channel that gives you guys the best correct score prediction, betting strategy and betting tips. So in today's video we'll be looking into some of our games again, our ice hockey tips. Yesterday games, all the safe tips under the ice hockey games came out successfully. We won them, and I explained to you guys about how to make use of the over 5.5 ice hockey tips, because most of the prediction about this particular ice hockey as over 2 or over 3 are mostly supposed to be predicted as over 5, but it comes with high risk. So in today's video I'm going to improvise with another betting strategy under the ice hockey, which happens to be the individual teams over points. So this particular betting strategy has always been helping in the situations whereby you don't have enough games that meet the analysis of predicting the total match over point. So now, without wasting much of our time, we'll look into some of our games, and I'm going to show you guys how this particular individual total points, how it can help you guys win your bet easily. So when it comes to ice hockey, predicting individual total points can seem to be a risk, but sometimes it always works out well if you consider the right factors and you go for the right games, because there are some games that you need to avoid, and there are some games that when you play them, even the total points that are expected in that particular match, they may not be able to play it. One beautiful thing about ice hockey is just that people are not really aware of this particular sport. They are not really familiar with it. People are mostly familiar with football, and that is some overrating stuff when it comes to betting. Come to ice hockey and you are going to enjoy it. And so without wasting much of our time, let us quickly make use of this particular strategy with some other betting strategies to acquire today's free tips, and let's move on. Alright, seems like we have enough games to play our ice hockey tips on today, though almost all the USA games have been played overnight already, and we are going to look for other leagues to play our games on. So the first one that I'm going to look into is under the Czech Republic, and this particular match we are going for the home team over 1.5 or over 0.5 when it comes to ice hockey, because even both teams are expected to have at least a point in this particular match, but the short teams that we are expected to have at least to have a point or 2 points in this particular game is the home team, which is Olomouc. So let us check the odd for the provided by the bookmakers. Alright, actually this particular game should have been predicted as a total point over, but there are some things that I always consider before predicting my game, and I decided to just avoid it by not going for the total point as over, but going for the home team over 0.5 at odd of 1.04. Actually this particular game can also be predicted as a 1.26, which is home team over 1.5, but when it comes to like protecting some games, sometimes I usually consider some factors. Though we also have some tips in this particular video that we are going to include, which involve over 1.5. They are all based on calculation and logic. So let's move on. Alright, so the next prediction under the ice hockey game, and if you are trying to win with us today, it's under the German league, and this particular game happens to go for the home team to at least have over 1.5 in this particular game. And let us quickly check the odd provided by the bookmakers, and if you are using other bet platform, make sure that you are selecting these particular games manually. Alright, so let's check. So this, okay, for the home team, the odd provided by the bookmakers for the over 1.5 happens to be 1.18 odd. Okay, we go for this. So let us check the next game on our list. Alright, the next game is also under the German league, and we are going for this particular game. So in this particular game, the home team is expected to at least win this particular game. If they did not win the game, they are expected to have at least over 0.5 points or over 1.5 points. So in ice hockey, predicting straight winning too seems to be a very risky stuff. In all sports games, straight winning is one of the dangerous market that you can go for. So it's better you always go for the over points or the handicap. So now for this particular game, the home team happens to be the team that has the upper hand based on their stats, and also considering other factors So let us check the odd provided by the bookmakers. So let's check. All right, so right now we have the over 1.5 for the home team at odd of 1.18 odd, and let us check the next game that we have. Let's check the next game that we have. All right, so the next game is also under the German league, but one thing about this particular game is just that both teams are expected to have at least over 1.5 points. But one problem in ice hockey game is that sometimes teams that you'll be expecting to be having high points may end up not having any points at all in that particular game. But checking the two team stats, and these particular teams, they have the high chance of at least from both sides having a point in this particular game. Both sides have a very high chance of having a point in this particular game. So just like our football prediction, we also have in ice hockey the market for the both teams to score in that particular game. So let us check the odd for that. Actually, the odd seems to be very small because of the high probability outcome of the game. And let's see. So under the German league, and the odd is a very small odd. So we have both teams to at least score a point. We have it at odd of 1.11 odd, a very small odd, but at least judging by its possible outcome, it is fine. So alright, the last game under the German league that I'm going to pick for today's tips is under the German league, and this particular game, and looking at the stats, I think the away team has the high chance of winning this particular game, and also judging by the stats and their performance in their last previous games, they are expected to have at least over 1.5 in this particular game. And let us check the odd for that from the bookmakers platform. So for this particular game, it can also be a tough game for both teams, but the away team have the high chance of winning the game. So let us just go for the away team over 0.5, because the bookmakers deliberately make provision for the home team over 0.5 market, and also the away team over 0.5. So we rather go for the away team over 0.5 option at odd of 1.04 odd. Alright, so now moving on to the Austrian league. One thing about this particular league is that they will not provide you guys with low odd line for predicting total point for their game in ice hockey, but most bookmakers will not provide the market. But one thing you can also go for is to go for the individual total points when it comes to ice hockey in other leagues, apart from the top leagues that they will provide you the low odd line. So this particular game, under this particular league, we are going for this particular game, and we are looking for individual total points. So in this particular situation, surely we are going to be having a big odds when it comes to this particular Australia league, because the only most market that the bookmakers will be providing there happens to be over 1.5, and the teams that we are going for happens to be the home team to at least have over 1.5 points in this particular game. So let us check the odds provided by the bookmakers, and let's see how we can accumulate our today's odds. So looking at this, the bookmakers provided a odd of 1.20 for the home team over 1.5 in this particular game. So let me check. Okay, yes, so this is it. A thought of 1.20 odd for the home team over 1.5. So people that are using other bet platform, you can make sure that you select these games manually in your bet platform. So this is how most times I usually acquire my short rewards daily across all sport games involving the ice hockey, basketball, football, sometimes tennis, and so many other sport games like that. So depending on the availability of games that are very sure, and sometimes I do take break, because if you do your analysis and you realize that many games are not meeting the strategy you are using, you just have to avoid playing games that day, and I think that should save you from losing your bet that day. So now I already added some other tips to the one that I just showed you guys right now, and in total we should be having close to 10 odd, and because I added some games to it, and some games are already logged. For example, this particular game, predicting the home team over 1.5, they've logged the game, so I will surely remove this from the ticket, and I think that's all. Right, so we have in total of So in total of 15 games, we are able to acquire this particular, let me check. Oh, okay, we are able to acquire 8 odd. Many of the odds are already been locked because they are playing some soon, and if you are able to acquire this particular video early, congratulations to you. So we are able to acquire 8 odd with just 15 games under the ice hockey tips. All these games are ice hockey. So in case you want to access our booking code, you can also follow us on our Telegram channel and also on our WhatsApp VIP group. And also don't forget to follow us on our other social media platforms like the X. So thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Let's hope for winning with this new particular betting strategy under the ice hockey tips. So most I've already predicted my games on the over point today, and I shared it in the last video posted, and it came out well. All the over points for today's games are already predicted, and they came out well. So I decided to just include this particular betting strategy of the individual total points of over 0.5 and over 1.5 in ice hockey. So let us see how accurate this particular betting strategy will be, including just one button to have a point in this particular game. So thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.